Good evening. Welcome to our channel Yushi Talks, and today we are bringing you a shocking news. Alexei Navalny, opposition leader and Putin's fiercest foe, died in prison as per Russia. We have more details. Let's get started. Alexei Navalny, who crusaded against official corruption and staged massive anti-Kremlin protests as President Vladimir's fiercest foe, died Friday in the Arctic penal colony where he was serving a 19-year sentence, Russia's prison agency said. He was 47. The stunning news less than a month before an election that will give Putin another 6 years in power brought renewed criticism and outrage from world leaders towards the Russian president who has suppressed opposition at home. After initially allowing people to lay flowers at monuments to victims of Soviet era repression in several Russian cities, police sealed off some of the areas and started making arrests. Russia's Federal Penitentiary Service reported Navalny felt sick after a walk Friday and lost consciousness at the penal colony in the town of Korb in northeast of Moscow. An ambulance arrived, but he couldn't be revived. The cause of death is being established, it said. Navalny had been jailed since January 2021 when he returned to Moscow to face certain arrest after recuperating in Germany from nerve agent poisoning he blamed on Kremlin. He was later convicted 3 times, saying each case was politically motivated. After the last verdict, Navalny said he understood that he was serving a life sentence which is measured by the length of my life or the length of the life of this regime. Hours after his death was reported, Navalny's wife Yulia Navalnaya made a dramatic appearance at a security conference in Germany where many leaders had gathered. She said she had considered canceling, but then I thought what Alexei would do in my place, and I'm sure he would be here, adding that she was unsure if she could believe the news from official Russian sources. But if this is true, I want Putin and everyone around Putin, Putin's friends, his government to know that they will bear responsibility for what they did to our country, to my family, and to my husband. And this day will come very soon, Navalnaya said. Praise for Navalny's bravery poured in from Western leaders and others opposing Putin. Navalny's health has deteriorated recently and the cause of death may never be known, but many of them said that they held Russian authorities ultimately responsible, particularly after the death of so many Kremlin foes. US President Joe Biden said that Washington doesn't know exactly what happened, but there is no doubt that the death of Navalny was a consequence of something Putin and his thugs did. Navalny could have lived safely in exile but returned home despite knowing that he could be imprisoned or killed because he believed so deeply in his country, in Russia. That's all we have in today's video. Thanks for watching us. You have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.